I have two beautiful red tails here. And they're bark tossing here, or stick tossing by the bike racks here on the east side of Bradfield. Good morning, FB. Alright, this is what they're supposed to be doing, right? Not hanging out in the construction. Morning, birdie. Yeah, this is like the best time ever with red tails. And the other one is right there, parked. I'm gonna go back to toss her. I'm gonna go fly back to your sib. Look at the sibling. There's the sib. It's like, what's up with that? What's with all the tossing? What's with all the tossing? Let's get this blow it up a little bit. A little bit of light back on them. So welcome to Monday morning. So there's a crew over here that's already showing up. So they said Tuesday for the excavation. It might be. I see. I'm guessing they're going to be doing the digging rice today, and then starting tomorrow they will cut across the pavement, one lane at a time, across Tower Road. What did you got there, little bugger? I love it when they jump back. They toss this stuff and then they jump back. They're beautiful feathers. Okay, here we got a girl with a bike on the bike. Yep. That looks like 23 there on the rack. Keeping an eye on the young lady. And she's heading the other way. She's locked up her bike and she's going to go in the door. Good morning, Danny. I got to actually stand on something solid here. All right, I think that's I think it's 01 on the ground. Yep, beautiful tail. And Sib is not far at this point. There's 23. And there's the Sib. There's Sissa. Yeah, I'm doing this from a ways away. I don't want to be, There we go. You gonna go back to your sister? Your brother? There you go. There's 01 there. There's 23 there. Cute. Hello, kids. So they are away from the stuff. Hi, Lana. Morning, Charlotte. Good, very early morning. Very, very early morning for people who live on the south side of Chicago. Morning, Noel. Birdie Fraser, baby, Lana. Charlotte. Danny. Anybody else who's on with this morning? We're not chatting. So they are over at the bike racks. Yeah, a little bit of yik-yak. You're gonna go fly closer to your sibling. There's 23 there. Morning, Susanna. Oh, that's pretty. All right. Yeah. They're talking to each other. Hello. Hello, beautifuls. 23. Are you gonna pluck at? Oh. I thought you were gonna maybe pluck at 01. Goofballs. You guys are goosey mooses. Yes, you are. You goosey mooses. A little bit of size difference there. So Mom is up on the crane. The crane is still down, but it's going to be coming up this week to do some lifting. I'm guessing they'll finally get around to lifting the south end of Truss 8, the other half of the 8th section of the building. And they'll be digging across the road here, the crosswalk there from Rice Hall across Tower Road. That's going to get dug up. And Mom is up on the crane. She's on up on the elbow, where the crane is bent up there, the upper bend. Yes. Oh my God. 23 is so cute. This just reminds me, doesn't it, Birdie, of when these chicks would be on Baby Rice, Little Rice Hall there behind Rice Hall, and they would be sitting next to each other and plucking on each other's plumage on that little tiny building. Very, very cute. So last evening, so we posted a couple of things, a couple of videos on X last night. We did our O checks, and then it's quite the extravagant preening there, O1. We came up here, and 23 was on Truss 8, and O1 was in T4. And then she moves over to the this little tree here behind me on the fernal lawn. So like we'll call it the northeast corner of the fernal lawn. It's kind of a fan favorite for these chicks over the years. Thanks, Birdie. And then Mom was up on Bradfield, and she then floated some of this construction materials. I know I'm ADD. What can I say? Some of these construction materials are amazing. Anyway, she floated down to the crane so she could keep an eye on her kids. And she sort of marched up the cable race up to the spot where she is now. She might have actually spent the night there, I'm not sure. Yeah. What's all the yelling about, kids? I can get a little closer now. Love for them to feel comfortable there. God, they're adorable, aren't they? Oh my gosh, I'm so happy that these guys are hanging out together. Well, that's where they are. We don't do Facebook. So I don't know if folks are doing what, Mastodon or something like that. I think that thing links. You can link to X from there. I'm not sure. Yep, and we do put on the descriptions. I put descriptions on these YouTubes since the kids have fledged, and we haven't done that before. I used to do it all the time on live stream, and so I've started doing that on the YouTube, so it's useful. If you want, you can quickly catch up on the descriptions, and I also give a little bit of a whatchamacallit, update on the evening. If we come up here and we spot them for a few minutes, then I add that to the description for like the morning YouTube. I'm not sure where all this stuff is. You know, those big rolls. I've been hauling big rolls of stuff. That actually looks like almost like gymnastic padding or something. A little early. Well, they are beautiful here. Good, I'm glad you think so, Lana. Morning chirps, I didn't say hi. Yeah. So the kiddos are over there. It's kind of like where O1 started her journey, landing not on top, but on the side of Bradfield, and then plummeting down to that area. And she worked her way through the grass. So you can see the cranes down. Those guys are getting ready. They're already starting to dig. So that's Rice Hall. This is the Fernal lawn we're on. That's the little tree that O1 was in last evening. Started off in this one, which is T4. That's T2, 3, and 4. And T1 used to be their beautiful tree, but it's gone. They cut it down last summer. So they've already started digging there. And they're going to dig down and excavate whatever they need to get at down there. And then they're going to excavate across the road to join up with the existing ditch. And why did you do that? Hello. Thank you. The existing ditch is coming out of and O2 is definitely a yacker. O2 is definitely a bit of a squawker. Yeah, I hear you. You're looking at Mom. Mama's up on the crane. So yeah, so they'll be slowing down traffic definitely. Like I said last evening, Jake texted me and we were going back and forth about the traffic speed bumps, the temporary bumps, and so that'll slow things down a little bit when they cut across the road for a couple of days. Morning, Marge. So I think we're going to get more challenging times for the kiddos. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm hoping. Makes total sense, right? For everybody involved. Oh yeah. There's like absolutely right. Sure, if these guys want to hang out over here, they got plenty of room. They don't need it's not impinging on their normal territory here, which is basically going up here to the Furno Pines up there on the upper level, and the patio, and Emerson, and Rice, and Bruckner. The only thing that's missing this year are the coops, which got demolished because they really were a hazard. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you guys aren't going to enjoy the coops this year, but you got something special this year of your own. And we got the picnic tables up there, of course. And man library, and O1's been down to plant sci. So those construction workers know all about the hawks down there. Everybody who goes, all the construction workers who are walking down the sidewalk are stopping and getting photographs or videos on their phones. Yeah, he's yelling at Mom. Kind of like our kitty girls this morning. They were definitely hungry. The big girls are always line up. The little ones have been getting crunchies a little bit more. But now this morning they were one after another lining up for a little bit of their wet food. So I was talking to one of the construction workers that was parked in a truck here, and he said, like, there's no place to park. So that's why the guys that are working down on plant side, they all yeah, that's funny. So there's a construction guy there, and he's the one in the white shirt. He's was pointing out the kids there, and then he was pointing up at the nest. His partner there. The kids are right there. Can't miss them. Okay, are you hungry? Oh my gosh! I hope you can hear. Hope you can hear 23 there. Oh, good. You know, it just occurred to me, I hope they don't damage the roots of that beautiful oak tree that's there in front of Furno. I don't know. We'll see. The tree's still there. They didn't cut it down, so maybe they figure they can excavate without hurting the root system there. No. All right. They are, let me hang on. Sorry, I was texting Jake. Hi, Anne Marie. Are they on the bike racks near Bradfield? Yes, they are. They're on the right up from the street. Yeah, we've got our windows open for sure. It has definitely cooled off, but it's going to be warm today because we have like this spectacularly beautiful blue sky. And I guess I can check to see what the high is supposed to be today. 85. So it's 63 right now. And okay, so Jake got my text. He knows where they are, and Mom is. Yes, and Charlotte, you're welcome. We enjoy checking on these guys, this family, throughout the year, just to keep in touch with what they're doing. So just a reminder, there's going to be more of a full crew this week here at the construction site. I'm happy that these guys are off here, and maybe, I don't know, Mom's up on the crane. I'm not sure. I guess it's convenient for her to see what's going on. Exactly, Anne Marie. Yeah, this is a popular place. Yes, that's correct. Yes, so yes, we have the windows open overnight at the house, and so it helped a lot. Obviously, trying to minimize the amount of wear and tear on the AC and stuff. It's like O1 is said I've had enough. I want to go do something different. So I have a teeny bit of digital zoom on here, so that's why it's probably not as crispy as it could be, but it's my way of keeping the lens from flipping. And there's a squirrel right by the bikes. You just noticed it. O1 is looking at the squirrel. O1 sees the squirrel. All right, the squirrel has moved on. Yeah, okay, so I think Cindy's going to do some squirrel management. All right, he's O1 is hopping from one rack to another. Just hopped its way down. 1, 2, 3, and here comes 23. And do the same thing. Alright, let's go back to O1. Cute. Very cute. The shadow. This is 23. And there's O1. Okay, I think 23 is going to make a move here. Maybe. You going to join your sis? Yep. Yeah. That was nice. Nicely done. I got 2 more and then you'll be with your sis. Interesting. Got a little shadow. Yeah, you gonna go to your sis? Come on. Your sis. What?
I said those bikes certainly make a nice branch.
They do. Yeah, he's hungry. Yeah. It's just going to get busier and busier today with all the... I know, it's great, isn't it? Oh, careful. There we go. Where do you land? Yep. Oh, you're going to start picking at the...
Watching the eagles at Bear Lake is so much fun to watch them.
Oh,
Fledge.
yeah, it's good they have such a nice... They've had some success this year.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's so funny to see how closely they stay together even as long as they have.
Yeah. Yeah, they're good kids.
They've been feeding each other, which is kind of hilarious, too.
The kids have?
Yeah, the one caught a fish, and so finally let the sister have some.
That's great. Thank you. You too. All right, so he's gonna eat some. So those are snakes, by the way, on that bike. If he starts plucking on them. All right. So and sister is. Okay, nice little slice there. There we go. He says, I don't know. That's so cute. Look over there. So when they, we're telling the construction people that not to be surprised if the kids get on a lift truck or something or a loader and they start plucking away at the hydraulic cables. Because we have had that in the past when they were renovating Warren Hall. We had a chick there that was in 2013, 2014, a long time ago. Was plucking away at yeah. There's got to be something to eat here. Oh, one says, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, there's something to eat here. Gosh darn it. Yep, chewing on the handlebar. Oh, good. Okay, flying reasonably. That was O23, and he's circling around. And where are you gonna land? Okay, he landed down below in the parking lot. Meanwhile, O1 is working on the handlebar. Gosh darn it, there's something here. Okay, the handlebar is not so good. Maybe the whatchamacallit, the brake handle. Something there. Something's got to be edible. So 23 is flew around over, so the construction area looped, and then I believe came down into the parking lot away from, did not actually go into the construction area itself. She's looking at some guy there on the sidewalk. Like, what are you looking at, Missa? Silly red-tail hawk chick. Alright, she's gonna check out this bike now. This is the one with the young lady. Yeah, here we go. She's gonna pull on the snakes. Darn it. Some kind of snake there. Young lady's gonna have hawk bites in her brake cables. Oh, one is obviously hungry. There's a nice young woman who dropped her bike off there and saw the chicks a few racks over and politely went the other way. my gosh, so funny. So funny. All right, Breaky might be over here. All right, we're back at it. Gosh. Well, there are people that are on the sidewalk are generally about 50 feet away. O1 is, O23 is actually pretty, better, though he's a little bit of a squawker. I think probably because the first time when he hit that light post and then tumbled down and was yelling at the world. So, but O1 is very gregarious. Can hear 23 over there across the road. And O1 is looking. So Mom is up on the crane still. All right, so we're over here on the fence now. Mantling our fence post. Are you gonna pluck at the chains there? You got a little bit of a floofy there, kiddo. A little bit of a floofy. All right, 23 is over across the road now. 23 and O1 were playing together all morning here. Yeah, there's a little bit of a hole in the... I guess not. I thought maybe there was. Are you going to go back up there? Or are you going to wander around in the bushes, in the grass? some schmutz there. Get up in that little teeny tiny tree there. That thing's not very big, right? Pretty small. Pretty small. Alright, time to do some more bark tossing. Here we go. Either gonna play bark toss or we're gonna go across the road. It's so funny when they walk, aren't they? I got all these fuzzers in the way. I'm not sure we've ever had a little hawk in there, in that little tree. She might hop up in there just for fun. Into you gonna toss it? Don't forget, you gotta toss it. Can't just pluck, you gotta toss. Alright. Just gonna head around the building. There's a bus stop. Alright. Alright, so we gotta make sure that we got some traffic control here. I'm not moving fast this morning, that's why I have been parked where I have been parked. Alright. Okay, so she's on the trash container. Okay, thanks. Yeah. She's back around the corner. All right, so she's safe over there. All right, so she's over here. All right, so the kids are there. One's on, they're both on the crossbars. There and there. All right, I gotta let Jake know. There's one there, and oops, and there's 23. All right, guys, thanks for joining us.